Like so many school-aged kids across the country, Matilda, Phoebe, Axel and Mason have faced some big tests in this pandemic, from lockdowns to home learning. But there's one they won't be facing this year, NAPLAN. The annual numeracy and literacy test for pupils in years 3 to 9 has been postponed.
I think that's not okay for little kids to have to worry about things like that. That anxiety is so real.
Christine McNamara's 3 eldest children were due to sit for the test at their local public school this year. 13-year-old Phoebe still hurts from her result in her test 2 years ago, which compares students' literacy and numeracy against a national standard and the performance of other schools across the country.
On the day when I found my results, I was like, oh, I thought I was doing so much better, and that ruined my confidence for a really long time.
As a mother, I hate it. I hate seeing them so stressed. I think learning to sit for exams is great, but I think NAPLAN itself, it's bigger than that.
The test's popular though with many other parents and the federal government, which argues it can get students back on track.
Teachers in the classroom can address the issues that they've found with individual students as a result of people doing the tests.
Public school principals like Jenny Walker in Western Sydney argue the stress is worth it. She supports standardised testing but believes examining kids in May and getting results in October reduces the value.
NAPLAN coming earlier in the year would be absolutely wonderful for us to be able to use that data to assist all children.
Oh, really?
Year 9 students Avi and Kate are happy to have avoided the test this year too, but have different views about next year.
Missing NAPLAN, it was a bit of a relief because, I do have other assessments on.
It gives you an idea of where you're at with your learning and what progress you're making, and maybe where gaps are.
Today in French class, it's a hot topic, even in another language.
A lot of people, my friends, my colleagues, they all stress about NAPLAN quite a lot.
It was originally designed to be diagnostic for teachers, and it simply can't carry the load of expectation that others have placed upon it.
Des questions, je vais répondre, and I'm going to respond.
This independent school is led by Dr. John Collier, a teacher for 45 years, 28 of those as a principal. He gives NAPLAN a fail, as well as the outside tutors he claims are profiting off the worry it brings.
It sparked a whole NAPLAN industry based on parental anxiety, and it's led to some schools teaching to the test.
Vrai ou faux?
Now there's a fresh push to change the test in classrooms across Australia, led by New South Wales with the backing of Victoria, the ACT and Queensland. They want a new test called Answer that would include other subjects such as science, technology and critical thinking to take place in the first week of the school year.
At the moment, kids are sitting this in May. We're getting the data back in October, and I don't think it's as useful as it could be to our school communities.
With Australia's international education rankings slipping, the rebel states believe it's time to use every minute of teaching on the curriculum rather than preparing for NAPLAN.
Some teachers feel a pressure to teach to the test at the beginning of the year.
The politics of changing the test are fraught. All states and the Commonwealth must agree, and Canberra's already given the plan NF. The Morrison government says national standardised tests are vital to lifting standards.
If you've got a temperature, you don't blame the thermometer for the temperature. What you do is you blame the things that might have caused the temperature and try and deal with them.
Federal Education Minister Dan Tehan says he won't discuss any change before NAPLAN goes online next year.
Once we've done that, absolutely, then we can look at things like bringing the tests forward.
An extra complication to the equation, experts as well as teachers want more radical change, arguing the whole concept is outdated.
It kind of reduces intelligence into a fairly mechanistic and narrow area of knowledge, and it doesn't really say anything about the other intelligences that children may have.
Many parents don't agree, just like the ministers. But for Christine McNamara and her husband James, it'd be an A+ outcome.
It's terrible to do that to little kids. They shouldn't have to worry about performing and competing with the rest of Australia.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.